What's going on YouTube, and welcome to my Girl Meets Legacy review. So guys, let me just start this video off by saying it's probably gonna be all over the place because I only watched this episode one time because I watched it early, but I usually watch it at least twice before making a review on it. But since I only watched it one time this time, I'm probably gonna be scrambling the thoughts in my mind, trying very desperately to not forget anything. So if I'm all over the place in this video, I apologize in advance. So this episode starts with Lucas and Maya and Riley all in Riley's room, and Lucas is reading off of these note cards explaining the whole love triangle situation that's going on right now. Now for me, the best part about this moment was how Maya was looking at him like he was a freaking moron for reading off of these note cards. Don't worry, Maya, I promise you were not the only person giving him that look. I know I can speak for at least 85% of my subscribers when I say that. Now there was this other look that Maya gave Lucas in this moment that I don't really know how to feel about, because Lucas said something that I couldn't really hear because the audio quality was so bad with the link that I was watching, and I rewinded it like 20 freaking times and I still couldn't make out what he said. But Maya gave him this really interesting look after he said it. But because I don't know what Lucas said, I don't know if I can call this a lucaya moment or not. Now by the time you guys see this video, I would have known what he said because I would have watched the episode over again. But as of the recording of this video, I have no idea. And there's something else that I've noticed. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but so often after a lucaya moment happens, I see Riley just looking off into space, either looking really confused or just not paying attention at all. And maybe it's not even a lucaya moment, but it's an exchange that happens between Lucas and Maya. I mean, I've counted at least a handful of times that this has happened, where Riley is just looking off into space, either really confused or just not paying Lucas and Maya any attention at all. Now, the moment only lasts a couple of seconds, but still, just something that I've noticed. Now, there was another really cute moment that happened between Maya and Topanga that I just really loved, and that's when Maya came to Riley's house all depressed, and Topanga just gave her the biggest hug and was babying the hell out of her. It was just beyond cute. But of course, this adorable moment was quickly ruined by Lucas when he also came to Riley's house with his stupid note cards in his hand, and he finally makes his decision. And what was his decision, you ask? His decision was to stop and remain friends. Oh gee, Disney, you really fooled me with that one. I mean, I totally didn't see that coming. You, Disney. But there is something that I really want you guys to notice if you didn't notice it when you saw the episode. And that's the moment that Lucas says that he chooses to stop. Look at Maya and Riley's face. I don't know about you guys, but one of these two faces looks a lot more sad than the other. I'll let you guys determine which face you think I'm talking about. But moving on. But Lucas did say one quote that really caught my attention, and that's when he said that both girls mean the world to him. Now, I'll let the Lucas fans focus on the Riley part of that, but oh my god, Lucas just confirmed that Maya means the world to him. Man. But anyways, moving on. Now here comes the part of the episode that might be my favorite lucaya moment in the entire episode. And that's when Maya clearly gets very jealous of Riley when she finds out that Lucas smelled her hair. And there was this back and forth jealousy going on between Maya and Riley in this scene. So if you weren't sure if they were jealous of each other before, well now you know, because they definitely are. Now, I don't want to spend too much time talking about this next part, but I do want to quickly mention that I did like the scene where Harley and Lucas had this little heart-to-heart about making good decisions in life. Now, something else really big that happened in this episode, which I saw coming like a mile away, was that Cory got promoted. And because he got promoted, that means that he will be teaching Riley and Maya and everybody else in high school. Now, if you're a Boy Meets World fan, you you definitely should have seen this coming, because this is the same thing they did with Mr. Feeney in Boy Meets World. But nonetheless, I'm still very happy that this is happening, because there is no other teacher that I would rather have teach them than Cory Matthews. So I'm more than okay with this. Now, Zay also made an appearance in this episode at the very end. I'm a little bit disappointed he wasn't in the episode a little bit more, but for like the 30 seconds that he was in the episode, he shined like he always does. And he also makes a really funny reference about choosing between a blonde and a brunette. And of course, we all think he's talking about Maya and Riley, which he was, but then he asked Lucas to pick between him and Farkle, which I thought was pretty funny. And just to wrap up this episode and my review, what better way to do it than to end it with yet another lucaya moment? And that's when at the end of the episode, Riley asks Maya if she still likes Lucas, and she kind of gives this funny like squint as if she's really thinking about it, but we know she's not. And then she confirms again that she still likes Lucas, and Riley also confirms that she still likes Lucas, and then Lucas also confirms that he still likes both girls. And there was another really big lucaya moment that I'm not gonna talk about in this video because I already made a separate video for it, so if you want to go check that out, you can. But I have very mixed feelings about this episode, because I feel like on one hand, absolutely nothing was resolved. And it was just very, very predictable as far as that goes. But on the other hand, if you can ignore that, I think this was actually a really good episode. And I really did enjoy it. But I think a lot of that probably had to do with the fact that I pretty much told myself going into this that nothing was gonna be resolved. So the fact that it wasn't didn't really piss me off quite as much. But don't get me wrong, I'm still very, very annoyed that they're gonna drag this out for several more episodes. But that being said, I did really like this episode, and if I had to give it a rating out of 10, I would probably either give it an 8.5 or maybe even a 9 out of 10. But let me know what you guys thought about this episode, and what would you rate it out of 10? Let me know in the comments below. But I'm done talking. So as always, until next time.